I do want to ask you a little bit about, the way the transition happens from Kama to Godfather. Inexplicably, and I don't even know how or why this happened, we started to see him referred to almost as a nickname as the Godfather. Well, of course, in 1998, when there's on the other channel, Goldberg is beating Hulk Hogan for the world title. And on this show, we've got DX parodying the Nation. Regrettably, they did some things that you wouldn't do in 2025. But one of the things that happens in that skit is Billy Gunn, who's trying to portray the Godfather, says something like "pimps up, hose down, what's up," or something like that. And next thing you know, we start presenting the Godfather as an actual pimp. Do you know anything about the backstory of how this character evolved into the pimp? Is it simply Billy Gunn saying that as a parody, as a fun thing, and then they went with it? Or was that the plan all along?
Nope. None of the above. Absolutely none of the above. Now, Billy, not taking away from Billy, he may have seen what we did in house shows. I don't know exactly what the timeline was. No. The Godfather got created on the house shows. 100%. Godfather's told the story a million times. So have I. I was there. He was there. We're the only two that were there. So we're working on the house shows. And for whatever reason, we weren't over. Now, I can understand me being over, but he's with the Nation, and the Nation, it kind of fizzled out a little bit. We're working the popcorn match, which for those that don't know is the match after intermission. You work a match and you just try to get out there. You stay in the ring and you do something real fast and do something, a lot of action, try to get fans back in their seats, get them ready for the second part of the show, which is the most important part because you're leading up to the main event. That's the popcorn match. Get the folks back from eating their popcorn. Me and Godfather are working popcorn match every single night, and it's not working. So you want to know exactly how the Godfather was created? I'm going to tell you exactly how the Godfather was created. So we're sitting there every night. Jack Lanz is the agent. He's working with us. These matches, that match I had with Vader looks like a sissy match compared to what me and Godfather were doing. We were beating the shit out of each other. We couldn't get over, and we're hitting each other harder and harder and harder. Every night we're going out there. We're trying to get the people. No one cares. I mean, we're going out there working 10, 12 minutes, and it is a fight. We're hitting each other with everything we can. It's snug. It's stiff. It's all this stuff. We're staying in the ring. It was good stuff, but nobody cared. So finally one day, Charles comes to me and he goes, "Hey, man, I got an idea." He said, "I'm just going to go on the mic and say something." And he goes, "Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't." I said, "Charles, we do whatever you want." I said, "Whatever we're doing is not working." And he goes, "Yeah, it's not." So he tells Lanza, he goes, "Jack, can I get on the mic?" Jack loved Charles. And he goes, "Charles, do whatever you want." And he goes, "Well, I'm going to say some stuff about some hoes and stuff." He goes, "Charles, say whatever you want. Just do something entertaining." So he gets out there. He gets on the microphone. I have no idea what he's going to say, Conrad. None whatsoever. And he goes, "Big John." And he goes, "Now you know exactly who I am." And I sat there and I'm shaking my head. I have no idea what he's saying, where he's going, nothing. I said, "Yeah, I know what you are." He goes, "Now you know, I'm a pimp. And I got backstage. I got the finest hose you've ever seen in Charlotte, North Carolina," or wherever the hell we were. He goes, "There's some fine hose back there." And he said, "If you will just leave right now and get counted out, let me win this match." He said, "You get all those hose. Every one of them. They're the finest hose in the world. They're going to treat you like $1 million. They're all waiting for you, those fine hose." He said, "Just go back there and get them." He said, "It's all you got to do." So I'm sitting there looking at him. And I'm like, "Really? Really?" And so I get out of the ring. I'm all excited to go back to the ring. And he goes, "Man, just like a dumbass redneck. He going to take them hose over." And when I do, I come back in. Whatever the finish was, I like duck something, hit him with a clothesline, or if it was hit hoe train or whatever it was, he hit me with something, whatever it was. It wasn't the hoe train then. Anyway, we do the finish. The place went crazy. Wow. I mean, it went crazy. I come back in. We did one move. And so we come back. Lanza goes, "Oh, my God, Charles, that was fantastic." He goes, "Try it again tomorrow and try this." And so now Jack's into it because he had heard what Godfather was going to say. So now we're doing this loop. We got like 8, 10 shows in a row. Every night he's coming out. He goes, "Big John, you know who I am. I got the finest hose you've ever seen right here in Columbia, South Carolina. All you got to do." And every night we do it, and we get a bigger pop every night because he was getting better and better and better at it. So when he gets to TV, Vince pulls him aside. And he said, "Charles, I need to talk to you." understand this pimp thing has legs.
Oh.
And I think it surprised Charles as much as anybody. And he goes, what? He goes, we need to do this on TV. He goes, and then all of a sudden they come up with the name The Godfather. Then they decide he goes, what do you need to do this? And Charles says, well, I actually need hoes. I actually need real hoes that'll be there. And he goes, we can call it the Hoe Train. And Vince's like, oh my God, we call it the Hoe Train. They created this whole thing was created over about a month because me and Charles weren't getting over the house shows.
My God. That right there.
That's the whole story. I saw Charles tell this on Undertaker's podcast, and even Taker had never heard the story, which I couldn't believe. But yeah, that's why the whole thing was created. The whole thing 100% was created because we had the popcorn match. We weren't getting over, and Charles is so entertaining. He just got on the microphone one day, and I'm playing the dumb Texan, and we start for the first time. We start to get over, and Vince heard about it from Lanza and puts this thing on television. And the whole Godfather legend was created from that.
What a fucking story. I mean, wow, what a cool story.
He had some hoes one night. It was so funny. We like you get these hoes, hoes. You're not supposed to call them that. That's what they're called wrestling. Okay, so they're called hoes. So they had a hoe train. You can't have a hoe train if you don't have hoes. So they were hoes. So he got these hoes in from somewhere. Hoes, and here I go. That's what they're called. And they bring them in, and they are. Conrad, they are ugly. I mean, they look like Dave Silva in a dress is what they look like. Not that I've seen Dave Silva in a dress, but if I saw Dave Silva in a dress, I would think Dave's not a good-looking hoe is what I would think. I don't know that for sure. Maybe Dave's a good-looking hoe. I don't know how kind of hoe Dave is, but I assume Dave's not a good-looking hoe. But these hoes were ugly. So he's going like, oh, my God, the fans are going to shit on me. And Ron goes, now what would you say to the fans? And Godfather goes, yeah. So Godfather gets out there, grabs the microphone, and the fans are like heckling him because he's got these ugly women. And he goes, now listen, which one of you guys out there with a six-pack wouldn't do every one of these hoes? And then all the whole fans go, yeah.
My God.
He was beyond entertaining. He asked us one day, he had obviously smizzed a little bit. He goes, you think I can go out there and say motherfunker? Ron goes, Charles, that's a really bad idea. I don't think that's a good idea.
I think motherfunker is a good idea. That could have
He
worked.
thought it was too.
Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, well, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next two house payments. That's right. You won't have to make your June or your July house payment. You're done until August 1st. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. Why not go to SaveWithConrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at SaveWithConrad.com. Shoot me an email at Conrad@SaveWithConrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105 or get yourself a quick quote. Even talk to a live person right now at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at SaveWithConrad.com.